Hi guys, I got another book here for you. This book is called Bat Loves the Night. It's by Nicola Davies, that's the author. That means they wrote the words. And illustrated by Sarah Fox Davies. That means Sarah did the illustrations, which are the pictures. Bat Loves the Night. Bats are the only mammals that can really fly, and flight has made them very successful. There are more than 900 species living in almost every habitat from subarctic tundra to tropical forests and deserts. Birds may rule the air by day, but bats are the monarchs of the night. This book is about one of the pipistrelle bats. Pipistrelle bats are found around the world, from North America to Africa to Europe, Asia, and Australia. And it shows a bunch of different kind of bats. I've actually petted a bat before, and I found out later I shouldn't have because I could actually make it sick. People can make bats sick. But I went into a cave and there were lots of bats in there hanging from the ceiling. It was really cool. They were just little. They were only about that big. They were soft and fuzzy and kind of cute. Bat loves the night. Bat is waking upside down as usual, hanging by her toenails. Do you hang by your toenails when you go to sleep? Her beady eyes open, her pixie ears twitch. She shakes her thistledown fur. She unfurls her wings, made of skin so fine the finger bones inside show through. The pipistrelle bat's body is no bigger than your thumb. That means it's no bigger than that. A bat's wing is its arm and hand. 4 extra long fingers support the skin of the wing. It almost looks like a mouse with wings on it. Bat's toes are shaped like hooks, so it's no effort for a bat to hang upside down. Now she unhooks her toes and drops into black space. With a sound like a tiny umbrella opening, she flaps her wings. Bat is flying. Out! Out under the broken tile, into the nighttime garden. So there was a broken tile in the house. And look who is hiding in there. And actually, Mrs. Johnston was working in her house yesterday, and she heard this loud commotion, and her boys came running, and they found a bat. It had fallen out of her attic fan. Kind of scary, but they caught it, and they got it out and let it go safely. Over bushes, under trees, between fence posts, through the tangled hedge, she swoops untouched. Bat is at home in the darkness as a fish is in the water. She doesn't need to see. She can hear where she is going. Bat can see, but in the dark, good ears are more useful than eyes. Can you see the bat? Then a fat moth takes flight. Whoops, I skipped a page. Bat shouts as she flies louder than a hammer blow, higher than a squeak. She beams her voice around her like a flashlight, and the echoes come singing back. They carry a sound picture of all her voice has touched. Listening hard, Bat can hear every detail, the smallest twigs, the shape of leaves. Did you know she can hear the shape of the leaves? Using sound to find your way like this is called echolocation. The noise bats make when they shout is too high for humans to hear. Gliding and fluttering back and forth, she shouts her torch of sound among the trees, listening for her supper. All is still. Do you see the bat? There it is. Then a fat moth takes flight below her. Bat plunges fast as blinking and grabs it in her open mouth. But the moth's pearly scales are moon dust slippery. It slithers from between her teeth. Bat dives, nets it with a wingtip, scoops it into her mouth. So here you can see Bat and you can see the moth. Then there's the bat, and the moth is in its mouth. I don't know if you can see it right there. Then it slips out because it's slippery. Then she swoops it with her wing and shoves it right in her mouth and eats it. You think you'd want to eat a moth? This time she bites hard. Its wings fall away like the wrapper from a candy bar. In a moment, the moth is eaten. Bat sneezes. The dusty scales got up her nose. You can see her eating it. A bat can eat dozens of big moths in a single night on thousands of tiny flies, gnats, and mosquitoes. Or thousands of tiny gnats, flies, and mosquitoes. Most species of bats eat insects, but there are some that eat fruit, fish, frogs, and even blood. Do you remember when we read about the vampire bat? Do you remember what it ate? It was blood. Hunting time has run out. The dark will soon be gone. In the east, the sky is getting light. It's past Bat's bedtime. The place where bats sleep in the day is called a roost. It can be a building, a cave, or a tree, so long as it's dry and safe. She flies to the roof in the last shadows and swoops in under the broken tile. Inside there are squeakings. 50 hungry batlings hang in a huddle, hooked to a rafter by oversized feet. What do you think a batling might be? Think about that. Bat lands and pushes in among them, toes first, upside down again. Bats can fly. Sometimes mother bats carry their babies when they go out, but mostly the babies stay behind in the roost and crowd together to keep warm. So what do you think a batling is? If you said a baby bat, you're right. Bat knows her baby's voice and calls to it. The velvet scrap batling climbs aboard and clings to Bat's fur by its coat hanger feet. Wrapped in her leather wings, the baby suckles the bat's milk. Baby bats drink mother's milk until they learn to fly at a few weeks old. Then they can leave the roost at night to find their own food. Forgot to show you that one. Outside, the birds are singing, the flowers turn their faces to the sun, but inside the roof hole, the darkness stays. Bat dozes with her batling waiting. Dozes means she's going to sleep. Bats are nocturnal. That means they rest by day and come out at night to search for food. Nocturnal. Can you say that? That means they run around at nighttime and find their food at night, not in the daytime like us. When the tide of night rises again, Bat will wake and plunge into the blackness, shouting, "Bat loves the night." And that's the end, but it shows a picture of a whole bunch of bats. And bats are actually really good mammals to have around because they eat lots of mosquitoes. See you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the book.